In this tutorial, we will explore the 7 fundamental principles of software testing that are essential knowledge for every software tester and QA professional. When moving a file from folder A to folder B, consider various test scenarios including: Number 1. Moving the file while it is open. 2. Testing if you have the necessary security rights to paste the file in folder BN. Number 3. Checking if folder B, located on a shared drive, has reached its storage capacity. 4. Folder B already contains a file with the same name. We can go on with an endless list. Or, in cases with multiple input fields, for example 15 fields with 5 possible values each, the number of combinations to test would be 515. This then means testing all possible combinations would exponentially increase project execution time and costs. Therefore, one of the testing principles is exhaustive testing is not possible. Instead, the optimal amount of testing should be determined based on the risk assessment of the application. The question then arises, how does one determine this risk? To answer this question, let's do the following exercise. Which of the following test scenarios is most likely to fail? Consider using downloading various files with various sizes onto their computer. Which of the file sizes are most likely to stop their computer from operating efficiently? I'm sure you guessed C, the 10.5 GB file. If you had to test scenario C, where defects are more likely to emerge during the downloading of a large file. Therefore, thorough testing is essential. Which brings us to our next principle, defect clustering, which states that the majority of defects have been detected in a small number of modules. With experience, you can identify these risky modules. However, this approach does have its own problems and risks. If the same tests are repeated over and over again, eventually, the same test cases will no longer find new bugs. This principle is called Pesticide Paradox. The issue can be addressed by regularly reviewing and revising test cases. By incorporating new and diverse test cases, it is possible to discover a greater number of defects. After all the hard work and testing, you can never claim your application is bug-free. And that is where the testing principle number 4 comes in, which is testing shows a presence of defects. According to the testing principle, testing focuses on the presence of defects and not the absence of defects. Software testing reduces the probability of undetected defects remaining in the software, but even if no defects are discovered, it is not a guarantee that the software is correct. But what happens if you work extra hard and taking all precautions to ensure your software application is 99% bug-free? This leads up to the next software testing principle, which is absence of error is a fallacy. Having no errors is a fallacy. That is, finding and fixing defects won't help if the system build is unusable and does not meet the needs and requirements of the user. To fix this problem, we need to discuss principle number 6. Early testing. Early testing should begin as early as possible in the software development lifecycle so that any defects can be identified early. This principle we'll discuss in another tutorial in detail. The last software testing principle states that testing is concept dependent. Essentially, you would test an e-commerce site differently from a commercial off-the-shelf application. Now let's recap the 7 testing principles as we come to the end of this tutorial. 1. Exhaustive testing is not possible. 2. Defect clustering. 3. Pesticide paradox. 4. Testing shows a presence of defects. 5. Absence of error fallacy. 6. Early testing. 7. Testing is context dependent.